Today I want to introduce you to the writing process. The writing process is a series of steps a writer takes to get from forming an idea about what to write all the way to a finished product. The writing process has 5 steps: pre-writing, drafting, revising, editing, and publishing. First, let's talk about pre-writing. Pre-writing is when a writer decides what to write about, collects ideas and details, and makes a plan. There are many ways a writer can generate ideas for his or her writing, such as brainstorming, free writing, and asking questions. We'll spend more time talking about specific ways to generate ideas and plan for your writing in the future. Second, let's talk about drafting. Drafting is when a writer transforms his or her thoughts, words, and phrases into sentences and paragraphs. Drafting occurs after you've collected and organized your ideas. This is the part of the writing process that most likely comes to your mind when you think about writing. Third, let's talk about revising your writing. Revising is when a writer goes over a draft, making changes in content, organization, and style in order to improve it. During the revising step, you're rereading your writing and looking at the big picture. For example, did you express your main idea clearly and provide enough supporting details? Will your reader understand what you're trying to say? Fourth, let's talk about editing your writing. Editing is when a writer checks a revised draft for grammar, sentence structure, word choice, spelling, and punctuation. While revising is looking at the big picture, editing is like taking a magnifying glass and looking closely back over your writing, carefully inspecting it for mistakes. Fifth, let's talk about publishing your writing. Publishing is when a writer shares the final written work, such as a paragraph, a short story, or a poem, with others. Notice I've included the Twitter icon on this page. This is because when you tweet your ideas or opinion online, they are instantly published for all the world to see. When you publish your writing by turning it into your teacher or sharing it with your classmates in a presentation, you want to be sure it's your very best. Rarely is a first draft someone's very best. It's important to spend time pre-writing, drafting, revising, and editing your writing before you publish. This brings me to the idea that the writing process is recursive. Recursive means that each step can be repeated again and again until the writer is satisfied with his or her writing. For example, you might make it to the revising process and decide you need to add an introductory paragraph. In this case, you'll have to go back to the pre-writing stage to generate some ideas for your introduction. Then you can draft your introduction, revise it, and then jump back to editing your entire paper. You may end up repeating each step again and again before you publish your final project.